Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my ride from contemporary India to timeless Bharat. In Surla, I'm in a place called Talada, which is a small village with just about 70 or 80 people, and that's 12 families. I've come to this part of Goa because I wanted to visit an ancient 14th century temple here, which is a Mahadev temple. Once I'm on the bike, I'll tell you the story of why I had to visit this part of Goa to see an ancient temple. Let's get going. अच्छा मैं फिर आऊंगी. This temple that I'm going to is said to be either the only or one of the very few surviving temples from the pre-Portuguese era. Hi. And the reason for that is, see, the Portuguese, they came to India through Kerala, Kozhikode, Vasco da Gama, and at that time Goa was under the rule of a Islamic ruler, I think Adil Shah's dynasty, and the locals weren't very happy with the rule, so they actually reached out to the Portuguese, and the deal was that Goa would be open for trade. The Portuguese could trade from Goa, which was more convenient for them, and in turn they'd help defeat Adil Shah. And that happened. The Portuguese defeated Adil Shah, but what nobody expected was that along with trade, the Portuguese also came to spread religion. They came to spread Christianity. And so there was a very bloody period during which the Portuguese destroyed a lot of temples, and they had a very strong hold along the coastal side. So a lot of people, they took the local deities and then they ran away to places which were outside of the Portuguese occupied lands, and they reconstructed temples there. Which is why when you see towards the coast, there aren't a lot of ancient temples, but you will find Goa's temples, like the ancient temples, more towards the Ghat section, away from the coast. And this is one of those very few temples that's surviving. The locals say that there are one or two more temples also that are from the pre-Portuguese land, but this is the most known one. Let's see, where's the temple? Sri Mahadev temple is left. Okay. So the only reason that this temple is still standing today, and the reason that it survived, is because of its remote location. And you can see just how remote it is. This part of Goa is just beautiful. It's something that I didn't associate with Goa. The whole sanctuary is called Bhagwan Mahavir Sanctuary. यहाँ back कर सकते हैं. I reached, but it's just pouring rain, and there are a few people out there selling flowers, and they allowed me to borrow the umbrella. Look at this place, it's just so beautiful. This temple was built during the Chalukya Hoysala dynasties, and that's in the 13th century. And although it's a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, there are a lot of Vishnu deities around the temple. Bandar hai? Shukriya. Thank you. I'm leaving this place. They were all so sweet, the ladies here. It's a group of around 10 people, and I saw 6 of them. They take turns. So 2 of them will come for breakfast, 2 will come for lunch, 2 will come to make dinner. Something funny was that they didn't believe that I came on the bike. They were like, someone came and dropped you, don't lie to us. And thankfully I had one eyewitness, and then she said, no, I saw her riding and coming. So they finally believed me. That was a little funny. Today I'm going to be just riding around Goa. I'm in the eastern side of Goa, and the plan is to go towards the north end, which is Arambol, and that's where I plan to stay for the night. I don't have a stay yet, but I'll figure it out somewhere along the way. Traffic jam. Thank you and visit again. Most definitely. That patchwork that we just saw, apparently the river overflowed, and for 3 or 4 hours that entire place was blocked. Excuse me, Kari. Okay. Okay. What's going on? क्या हुआ भैया? इधर कुछ हुआ है? नहीं। उधर कुछ नहीं हुआ है। Nobody seems to know why there's so much traffic. I've reached a place called Velha, Goa, or Old Goa, which was the older capital. But even before that, the ancient capital of Goa is a place called Chandrapur, which present day I think is called Shandor. In the 11th century, Shandor was the capital, and now there is an archaeological site with some evidence of a fort and a temple there. Once the Portuguese came in, they shifted the capital to Old Goa. This pillar that I'm looking at right in front of me on the right side, it's called Katro Kambh, which basically translates to a pillar where hands are chopped. Let me take a closer look. I'm actually quite surprised to see this as just a monument under a flyover. This pillar is a pillar of an ancient temple. So during the Inquisition, people were forcefully converted to Christianity, and those who refused to convert could hold no lands, and those who converted were exempted from paying land tax for about 15 years. So there was a lot of incentive given for people to convert, and a lot of brutality towards people who wouldn't convert. So there were a lot of people who converted, right, to Christianity, and just because you convert overnight, your faith and your practices don't really change. So there were a lot of people who would convert on paper and who would just continue with the practices that they have grown up with as part of their faith, as part of their root tradition. And they were called the New Christians. So there were a lot of people who were appointed by the Portuguese who used to watch these people who weren't converting completely, who were still practicing their older traditions, and they were reported to the rulers, and those people who would convert on paper, the new Christians, would basically be brought here and their hands would be chopped off. That's why this place is called Katro Kambh. It's a pretty devastating period. Also, did you know that Goa actually got its independence in 1961, 19th December 1961, which was 14 years after the rest of India got our independence. So the Portuguese have actually outlived their British counterparts when it came to ruling in India. And Goa celebrates both the days. They celebrate 15th August also as Independence Day, but they also celebrate 19th December as Goa Liberation Day. Oof, I am roasting inside. I really need to take the raincoat off, and I hope it doesn't rain again. Please. So now I'm heading towards the northern side of Goa, and I'm looking to get out of the highway and take some inroads to reach North Goa. They're fishing. What a beautiful road. I'm riding right along the Mandovi river. So bright. It's raining again, and it's raining a lot, but it's so beautiful. Wow. I'm so glad I left the highway and I decided to take these inroads. Nature of Arambol, that's where I'm staying. So I'm back in my room. I'm staying in a place called Nature of Arambol, which is just about 400 meters from the beach. So it's a nice little walk. I went there to have my dinner. Between visiting Arambol beach and visiting the ancient temple in the morning, staying in Surla, I really feel like I've been to two completely different worlds, two completely different parts of Goa. In 2017 or 2018, I had visited Goa, and at that time I did a culture walk. There was this archaeologist called Savani, and she led this culture walk, and she narrated a history of Goa that I had never really heard before. And I was very intrigued, and this time I thought if I'm doing a ride, I should visit those places and visit parts of Goa that I don't usually go to. And I'm really glad I did. It was definitely worth it. So that's all for today. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting ride because I'm right now at the end of the north end of Goa, and tomorrow I'll be leaving Goa and entering Maharashtra. The plan is to ride along the Konkan coast, and apparently there are ferry crossings. So let's see, I'm already thinking about how I'm going to park the bike in the ferry. Stressing about that. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you so much for riding with me, and I'll see you on my next ride. Bye.